final touch, I should finish with the test, mock test analyzer. It is a very important thing. You must know where it is, which is the weakest section, what subject you are weak, whether you are improving or not. In everything you should know. Only you will know by analyzing it. Nothing can happen just by writing a test. Hey guys, in this video you are going to see about a free gift that is very surprising. Hey, I have made for you. That is just a very important thing. As you saw in the last video, I have given a gift that is for all by my own. I have did the Neet performance tracker for every subject, for physics, chemistry, bio. Everything have been done. Finally, final touch, I should finish with the test, mock test analyzer. It is a very important thing. That part in this video is going to be very exciting because it's a very important role, because mock test comes not only mock test. I wrote mock test analyzer, but actually if you write a small test, part test, unit test, anything test, whatever you write in your institute or in your online classes, definitely you should write a test. After that you should make analysis. It's very important. If you really don't do this, definitely I will say you don't know whether which area is weak for you, whether it is actually we are writing the test and analyzing or not. You don't know the weaker section, whether we are taking more time for physics, whether there is more time on revision. Otherwise, what is the actual problem that we are getting or facing it? Nothing you may know. So it is going to be very important in this video. So let us talk. That is, as I already says in every video, that is our aim is to crack NEET 25. Definitely will crack NEET 25. I have whatever I can do, I'll definitely do it. Whatever I can help you, definitely I will help you. So definitely we'll start the video. As I already said, these three things I have already completed. Now we are going to the fourth one, that is mock test analyzer. I have wrote in short because it is common for all. Whatever your test you can write everything. So I have wrote it common for all subjects. That is, so we are going to see everything. So now one more thing. Now I am going to the doubt section, that is why this mock test analyzer is very important. That many of them may have a doubt, that I will clarify now. That is whether mock test analyzer is important. I will say, according to me, as I said before in the video, that's why same thing I will say. The last video what I have said is that is very important. It's very important because you must know where it is, which is the weakest section, what subject you are weak, whether you are improving or not. In everything you should know. Only you will know by analyzing it. Nothing can happen just by writing a test. You will get practice, but you should improve in a test. Only you will improve after analyzing the test. It's very important. So I am going to say what are the benefits which I have made as my own mock test analyzer, how to use it. I will take an example and show you how I have used it. I have done each and every step. What I think I am making a video, I've done everything. That's why I'm sharing your tips and tricks of mine, like about this, how to make short notes, everything I have done. If you want, see the videos of my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel, because more and more videos I'm going to help you out. In further upcoming videos, I'm going to teach about the physics concepts, every concept, clear concept in revision. I'm going to take a revision session for every chapter in physics detailedly. And finally, I'm going to give a very important tricks and applying many questions, and I'm going to show where we can apply this HT star. I'm going to say a new word, this hashtag HT star field, hashtag HT star concept, everything I'm going to say. Definitely you're going to enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe and share to your friends. So let's go to the benefits of doing it. According to me, I have wrote to 3 points which are I felt, that is, in every chapter, when you have given a test or not, that you should know whether every chapter you have covered with each and every test. There could be part test, unit test. If you are giving part test and mock test in every chapter, that should be continued for every chapter, each and every chapter. Don't take anything chapter which is very small. Don't think that it is a less weighted chapter. Nothing. You should be taking every test, like part test or unit test. What are the small tests you have taken? Every test should be equally treated. Every chapter should be equally given weightage, and try to give a test in each and every chapter. Finally, in that, not only giving a test, you should find the weak topics in every test, write it separately. If you want, after writing a test, I will say how to analyze it. After that, if you felt exactly when you are seeing the wrong questions, underline the topics. Otherwise, you can write it separately in a separate note that in this test number 1, on date you can put, and finally you can say that in physics this is the weak topic, in this I am doing the mistake. If you write and go each and every test, finally when you are going to the marks, that is the last month in the mock test, directly if you write the test, right, in the month you should write the full syllabus. Mock test means full syllabus you will write. In that time when you are seeing the chapter particularly, see the more importance to the weak topics in the chapter, so we can easily analyze the weak topics, and definitely you can study more and give us more time on that. And so by doing this, definitely your marks will improve a lot. That's why weak topics are very important to mark, and we should write separately also. We can write separately also a separate note. In each test, what is the level of score? You should see that whether if you're, I'm not saying it's just if you take 300 it's very worst, 400, but you may know whether if you're taking 450 before you have taken 300 I will come to 400 or 450, it's an improvement, right? So don't take it in a demotivation that I am taking only 400 marks, 500 marks. Don't take it in such a way. You will improve a lot, but just try to stick to your mistake what you have done. By seeing the mistake and correcting your mistakes only, your marks will improve. Not just, that's why I said mock test analysis is very important. You write what is the level of score that you should see. Finally, what you should do. Each and every test you should see whether you are improved or not. Don't think that if you don't improve that it's a waste of time. Nothing. If you want to improve, sometimes what happens is if you take 1 or 2 tests, sometimes marks will be equal, sometimes it may go low also. It is not that means that you are not improved, because sometimes paper may be tough, some silly mistakes also may happen, but try to be consistent in every test. Don't lose the hope. It is very important. One more thing I will say, the reason I have said is you have to improve in the test is to analyze, not now. When you take 2 tests, if you didn't improve, there may be a chance that 3rd test you may improve. So you should check in meanwhile, like if you see the marks itself, you can easily analyze that I am improving a lot. How to improve? The main thing is how we can improve. If you ask me, I will say, if you're writing a test by taking 1 or 2 chapters in physics, chemistry, bio like that, if you're writing a test, when you're giving it, what happens finally if you analyze it, in the test itself you can feel that first thing is I didn't understand the concept of one question. That's why I have made it wrong in one question on physics exactly. In second, in chemistry, if you see, I didn't revise properly in this concept. I thought it will not come, it has came. So it is very important that you should write it separately, like what is the reason of it. I will show you how we should write. I have taken an example of it also. So that thing you should write. After that, in bio, if you see, I didn't have much time to solve. I am not. I can't able to remember every example. If you thought, write separately that I didn't revise examples properly. Like that, if you write, finally after taking, if you take after 1 week you are taking another test, see before going to the test, what you should do is check the mock test analyzer. What are the mistakes you have done before? Try to recall and see, and after that if you give a test, definitely your subconscious mind will say you have done this much mistake in the last test. Definitely you should not do the same mistake in this test also. That will improve your score. I will say, as I already said, don't be very hurried that I should improve a lot in next test itself. It may take a little bit time, but you will improve. But stay consistent. That is very important, I will say. So yes, you can know the mistakes of every test and try to avoid the next test. This is the thing I have said before. You will know the mistake. What are the things you have done? Like in the before test, if you wrote the test mistakes, that is the reason of it. Why you have done the mistake? Definitely you may know and regret that same mistake in the next test, right? That's why I said, if you did a mistake, a silly mistake, seeing the negative marks, like if you done more and more negative marks, simply I have attended the question and I got more negative marks. That's why my mock test marks have been reduced. If you see it next time, what you will do is you will analyze that whether you can write this question or not. Simply don't want to write and waste by taking a negative mark. It is also very important. Finally, see whether there is a lack of revision or not. So these are the mistakes that you have done before. By that also you can analyze it. So I am going to show actually how the mock test analyzer it will be. So what you should do is, first of all, I will show you how it looks. Like this only it will look. So it is very important. So mock test analysis is very important. I will say. In the mock test analysis, what you should do is, first you should take a color xerox. If you feel color xerox is could be neat. Otherwise, if you take xerox, it will not neat. It's according to you. Definitely you can take it first, but definitely you should take. first thing is I will count the number of tests you can give is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tests you can write. What I will recommend you is, in this one mock test analyzer PDF, in this one mock test analyzer slide, you can give 8 tests, right? You can take 4 or 5 copies and keep it in your book shelf anywhere if you want. It is very important to take 4, 5, it is minimum, I think so, because if you want more, if you write more tests like 50 like that, if you can more printed also, but I will say minimum you can take 3, 4 or 5 if you want. Definitely I will say it will be very, very useful. Now I will give a very good example how to use it. So I have taken already an example and wrote below. I have given in the below. I will show you now. This mock test analyzer, how to use it, how to write everything. I have made an example and given in this. If I say, if I are taking a very small test, that is starting they will write physics in one chapter, physics one chapter, chemistry one chapter, bio one chapter. Like that, if I want to take, I will take. If you want, you can write the date, but must you should write the syllabus. That is very, very important. You can write the date not only here, you can write here also smallly. Just because if you write more tests, the number of chapters name will be big. Otherwise, sometimes you can't able to consistently write in this. So if you want, put a column also, you can write shortly. Otherwise, if you want, you can manage it if the chapter name is very small. Definitely you can write in the same box itself. First, you should put a date like this. Finally, what you should do is you should write the names of the chapters. What is physics? NLM, that is Newton's law of motion, that you should write. This the cell, the unit of life, you should write. Finally, the ambience. These are the 3 chapters I have said: physics, chemistry, bio. I have taken one chapter. Finally, what I have done is I have wrote the test. I have analyzed it. By analyzing, what you should do is, first thing, detailed analysis you should do. That is physics, chemistry, biology. Sorry, in biology I have split it into 2: botany, zoology. Either you can split it. Finally, what you should do is see the correct question here. That is 45 out of 45 question you should write. You have corrected 36 question. Like that, in this 45 you have correctly wrote this 39. Like that, if you split and write, you know how much question you have accuracy is. In next test, you may analyze that last time I have done this much mistake, I have improved a lot. Like that, you can analyze. Finally, mistakes also. Mistake question. How many mistakes I have done? 36. If you take 45, that it will be 9, right? Minus 9. So it will be 6, 3, 8. Like that. I have taken an example just. If you write, definitely you may know it also. So I will say, if you I have wrote your timing. If you felt in this online test, sometimes what happens is, in some apps they will show the timing also. Averagely you are taken for physics is 45 minutes, 1 hour. If you have that facility to check the timing of how much time you have taken for each subject, that then you can write it. Otherwise you can avoid it. So it is very, very important to write here. This is a very deep analysis. You should see the correct questions, wrong questions or not. But actual part here is actual score. What is the score you have got? That is the most important thing that you should remember it for the next test. You should improve, like I will say, last test I have taken around 550. Next test, definitely you should take 550 plus. It could be 551 also, but not 550. It could be more than 550 or equal to 550. I will say. Don't try to be more, take more expectation, like if it is 550, directly go to 650, 600. Don't pick it up, but you can keep it in your subconscious mind. Definitely you should improve it. So if I take an example, my score is, what are the correct question I have done is coming around 690. Negative questions. You can say negative marking and the mistake questions also. Both comprise it, and finally what are the mistakes you have done, finally the score you should write it. This is the thing which is very important to improve. This only will motivate that I have done this much mistake last year. Definitely I should improve it. That is the thing. The score is very, very important. Try to remember it. Finally, if normally I will say institute means definitely you are going to use it one institute only. If somebody will be there, like I will say, most probably most of them will try to be in one institute. Sometimes what they will do is in online, if they get any other resources, they'll try to use it. If you are a third type of person, I will say, you can write the institute name separately, like I have wrote something like PW, Allen, anything it would be. So definitely you can write the name of the resources here. So finally, the reason is very, very important. I wrote, for example, whatever you want, definitely you can write it, but it should be what the mistake you have done in the exactly at the test, that you should write. Example, I will say, for physics, I have said lack of revision. you can write it. Chemistry, silly mistake, I have done. So biology, the reason of mistake happened, I have wrote the year. Chemistry, I have done a mistake, silly mistake. Physics, I can't able to solve because the concept I have not read properly. That is a lack of revision. And bio, if you see, I didn't have much time because surprise. If I'm thinking so much and wasted time, more time, taken more time for one questions. If I take more time in biology, what happens is I wrote no time. The reason is I may invest on one. I may do something like I have taken more time for one question and left one other question. So I should analyze next time. What I should do is I should give equal time for every questions and try to complete within. To maintain timing also is very important. If you felt that I didn't manage time, so you can write I didn't manage the time. So like that also you can write whatever you want, you can write, but you should write it. If you want, I will say, if you want to see the detailed analysis more and more in detail, I will say, as already said, now you can try the weak topic separately. That type of thing if you want to do, I will say, show you that. That is Sunday test detailed analysis. Sunday test means normally weekly they will write, right? I wrote Sunday test, that's why. So if you take mistake, what are the mistakes you have wrote there? If you felt you can't able to try, I have done more and more mistakes, like in physics I have wrote lack of revision, no time, I didn't solve properly, silly mistakes, everything is there. You can write everything also. Physics, lack of revision, more lengthy questions is there. That's how I can't able to solve anything. What are the thing you have felt, everything you can write. Chemistry, silly mistake. Bio, 1 or 2 questions out of NCERT has been came, lack of revision of mind. So everything could be a reason. So definitely you should improve on that and you should analyze it, and next steps you try to improve it. Finally, I have said the weaker topics, right? If I take NLM or any other chapter, example if I take in physics, I am doing a mistake in COM, that is center of mass, right? COM means center of mass. Finally, the capitals, so in gravitation, I have done a mistake in capitals. I just wrote an example of a topic. Finally, in chemistry, if I take an example, nomenclature, I have done a mistake. I didn't get the correct answer, so I am a little bit weak in nomenclature. Lewis acid and base, some formula based question, I have done a mistake. Finally, in bio, if you see biology, that is cockroach, I have done a mistake. Pancreas, I have done a mistake. Meiosis, pancreas, mostly it is a in bio, if you ask me, I will say that in cockroach I have done a mistake. Nice question. In pancreas also I have done a mistake. Silly mistake I have done. Meiosis a cycle also I can't able to understand very properly. That's why I have done a mistake. The Neet topic, if you felt a little bit weak, definitely write it separately. Also, you can keep it. And I already said, if you done like this separately, every test, if you take 30 to 35 tests, you have completed before the mock test. If I wrote in the example the mock, so what you can do is, when you are taking every chapter, you should mock test every chapter, you should write it. Full syllabus you should write. In that time, what you can do is, if you are revising one chapter, particularly if you after revising it, try to see the weaker chapters. Again, if you revise in the more focus on the weaker chapter, what happens is, definitely you will say, if you're very clear in the weak topic, definitely I will say you are almost completed the revision very properly, I will say. Because what are the things if you know before itself, definitely that thing can't able to do mistake. It is a very less chance to do. But if there is a mistake that you can't able to understand, I have done mistake repeatedly, there's a high chance that is the mistake you can done in the Neet exam also. That's why I say focus more on the weak chapters and weak topics. So it is very, very important. So I have done everything. Every videos I am trying to help you a lot by giving any suggestions like how to improve in Neet, how to make short notes, how to make a study plan, everything I have done. If you didn't watch the video, try to watch it, subscribe to my channel, share to more and more friends. Definitely this channel will definitely help you. My aim is to give a free education for Neet aspirants. Definitely I will help you a lot. It is my pleasure. So it's out here. Finally, all the best. Definitely I think I have enjoyed it. I think most probably most of them are going to rock in Neet 2025. So, thanks for watching.
5-star general, who you know comparable.